We on day one of our journey, trying to get back in shape, trying to get spiritually inclined more and more every day, and trying to find God's purpose. I've been real big on this movement for the past few months because I've been trying to figure out, all right, if I say I'm a Christian, how can I show people that I'm actually living for God without creating that stigma of being hypocritical or judgmental? And so he's been helping me out. I've been doing a lot of things in these past few months. I've also been an Uber driver, just connecting with a lot of different people just to, get that perspective out there and just hopefully help people, see life in a different way. So the biggest thing for me, I've always been like, dang, I know I'm too real to be that stigma of being a Christian, because like I got tattoos, I got goals, I got a lot of things that if you look at me, I'm not going to fit that, oh, he got to be a man of God. But at the same time, that's my biggest blessing as well, because like God comes in so many different forms, you know what I'm saying? Even in the Bible, he doesn't use the best suited person to, glorify him. So that's why I move this way. Like, you got to understand, your story is your testimony at the same time. Today, I just want to talk about mainly, the biggest step once you do understand that Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior. For me, it's always knowing, all right, now that I'm in this life, well, where do I go? How do I go about it? How do I move? To be honest, you not going to know. Cause I ain't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like God sat here and said, you're going to do this now, and this is how you're going to go about it. It was never like that. So for me, that's where I tell people Christianity is a very personal thing. It is based off of you and what you like, what you trying to do in life, and how you trying to move and where you trying to go. So that is where you got to ask yourself, all right, what is it that I like to do? What type of energy or what type of perspective am I trying to give out into this world? And then it's also about where you're trying to end up, because it's never where we start, it's always about where we finish. So where are you trying to end up in life? Now, to me, to be honest, I'm just the type of person where I like to break things down step by step. So for me, I immediately went straight forward with just, all right, what I want in life. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I'm a professional football player. I do play out the country. I have been out the country before. So for me, that was my number one thing that I knew. Like, that's all I cared about. You know what I'm saying? I ain't care about being rich and famous. I didn't care about, all the extra stuff, the cars, the clothes, and all that. I just knew I wanted to play football. That's all that I cared about. So for me, first thing I had to understand was, if that's what I want to do, but I say I believe in Jesus Christ, well then, I had to offer up what I wanted to him. So I had to say, hey God, I love this sport. I love this lifestyle. I want this lifestyle, but I'm going to give it to you. So I gave it to him. You know what I'm saying? I said, if we're going to do this, we're going to work out together. We're going to play together. We're going to be in the gym together. We're going to do everything that's dealing with football. We're going to do this. I was having a whole phone malfunction. I done dried up mostly my sweat trying to figure this here out. But, back to what I was saying. That was just a side note, but you got to know, when you trying to speak on God, a lot of things going to try to kind of mess it up. It ain't even just the devil, and you got to understand there's a lot more things out here that ain't trying to hear God talk either, you know what I'm saying? So, but, yeah. So I made my contract with God, you know what I'm saying? I told him we're going to work out together, we're going to play together, we're going to go to the gym together, and this is going to be me and his thing, you know what I'm saying? I made it real personal for me and him. So that's the first step that I had to take, you know what I'm saying, in my Christianity. The next thing was learning how to actually step out here every day and be a Christian, you know what I'm saying? And the first thing I had to understand was, well, God can't work with negativity. So I had to let go of a lot of anger, a lot of hatred, a lot of frustration, a lot of just anything negative. Like, I had to just let it all go. Like, at the end of the day, if I'm walking with Jesus, then it's me and him now. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about my mom, I ain't worried about my dad, I ain't worried about my brother, my sister, I ain't worried about nobody no more. Like, I still care about my family, but they stress ain't gonna be my stress. They pain, I can't allow it to be my pain anymore. Yes, I can be there for you, I can sympathize, I can empathize, but I'm not gonna let that add on to my soul and distract me from where I'm trying to go. Now, disclaimer, when you understand what I just said, that's gonna bring issues. Just being honest. But at the end of the day, if you know where you're trying to go in your life, if you know, and when you make it to where you're trying to make it, you're gonna be better for the people that's around you and the people that you care about. Sometimes you gotta make tough decisions, and that's just how it has to go sometimes. Because at the end of the day, I tell people a lot of things, but there's one thing that I tell people for sure is, it ain't about what you're willing to do to make it, it's about what you're willing to lose. And if you ain't willing to lose nothing, then don't be upset when you don't get nothing. Break it down to a point where it's like high risk, high reward. So whatever you really in the risk to lose is, you know what I'm saying, that's how much greater that reward is really going to be in life. So you got to really ask yourself, what are you willing to lose in this life? Me personally, I done lost it all more than 3 times in this lifestyle. So for me, it's like I'm looking at this like, hey, I done lost everything more than 3 times already. And I wasn't even living with the purpose then. Now I'm living with a purpose, and it's like, shoot, I ain't afraid to lose nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you done been in that situation where you feel like you done took 1 or 2, 3 steps forward, and now you feel like you taking 5 steps back, then you kind of understand, like, man, I ain't worried about losing nothing, because I done already messed it up a couple times my dang on self. So it's like, I had a mentality where it was like, I ain't got nothing else to lose anyway. You know what I'm saying?